This is a Flat Earth theater production of Fine-Tuned Universe, a science fiction radio play by A. Lehrmitt. In our last transmission, the Elorian radio telescope array was malfunctioning, much to the dismay of the scientists here at Arrowway Lunar Station. More importantly, the crew of Moira Base on the near side of the moon reported that communication with Earth was down. The effects of these issues are still uncertain, but we all still have jobs to do. Stand by while we bring you Chapter 2 of Fine-Tuned Universe.
Backbone's connected to the shoulder bone's connected to the neck bone's connected to the head bone. Now hear the mission control. Dem bones gonna walk around, dem bones gonna walk around, dem bones gonna walk around. Now come in, mission control.
What are you doing?
Ah, g'day, Chief. The head bone's just the skull.
Pfeiffer, what are you doing in here?
Up the meter of the song, wouldn't it? Weird-ass jingle. Talk about weird-ass things.
Are you taking apart the radio? Pfeiffer, what the fuck?
Oh, this is fine. I just wanted to see if I could boost the signal output gain and try to patch through to Earth directly.
Are you out of your mind? There's no way that works.
I have a hunch that...
Screw your hunches. You're gonna wreck the instruments.
Hold your horses. I know what I'm doing.
No, really. If you knew what you were doing, you'd know that there's no way to patch us to Earth directly. I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's a whole moon between us and them, so unless you're digging a tunnel through the core...
I just want to try something I've been working out.
Well, stop it! All you're going to achieve is you're going to fry our systems, and then we'll be here shouting into the abyss.
We're already doing that.
Just get out. Now I have to fix your damn mess.
It's working fine. There's nothing to fix.
We're in the middle of a communication window, and you're in here breaking things.
I said it works, and I can put the RF amplifier's housing back together just fine.
Get out of the way. Test. Come in, Moira.
See? Fine and dandy, like sour candy.
Put this back together and don't touch anything in here anymore without talking to me. And even then, after talking to me, don't touch anything in here.
Problem with Earth is really getting you all uptight, isn't it?
No, you're getting me all uptight. I thought you were supposed to be some kind of genius or something.
Well... Not about to toot my own horn, but if you're gonna...
You also might be a grade A moron.
Come on now. That's not nice.
What are you even doing on this mission?
I am here to service the Elorian array.
No. I mean, what are you doing on this mission? We were doing just fine before you got here, and now...
And now, you'd better be glad I am here to get things running again.
Any engineer can do this.
Whoa there, Silver. You think any engineer can do this?
Okay, maybe not any engineer, but I know a lot of engineers that could.
It's not a breeze to make it to the moon, you know. You have to be either pretty crazy or a flagrant genius to come to the moon for even a simple engineering gig.
So which are you? Oh, are you both?
I've heard worse. Say what you want about me. I don't care. Call me names, but I belong here.
Didn't I just tell you to put the RF amplifier back together?
Aye, whatever you want, Chief. Want to know what I think?
Not particularly.
I think you're jealous.
Jealous of you? I barely know you.
I think you've stopped seeing the forest for the trees.
You seeing trees up here, Lieutenant? 'Cause maybe you are a bit crazy if that's the case.
Oh, dude. I see so many trees here. I could get lost in them. The whole radio telescope array is a forest of trees. And each time I touch one, I go full Fern Gully on its ass. They talk to me. This amplifier talks to me. See? Look. It's telling me, boost the signal output. And I can see how it'll work in my head. But you want me to stop? So I stop.
Good.
Here you are, Your Majesty. Your RF amplifier is good as new.
Thank you.
And did I tell you? The fanny pack is working like a dream again, and Weathers and Barthelme rejoiced like cartoon characters. For real. Not any engineer can do this.
I apologize. I misspoke.
And regardless, why shouldn't that engineer be me anyway? Best way to learn about something, I've always done this, best way to learn about something is to take it apart and put it back together again. I've been doing that since I was a kid.
Yeah, for what it's worth, parents hate that type of shit.
I mean, if I did it right, they never knew. That was the trick. First thing I ever fixed, I was 8 years old, and I fixed my parents' popcorn maker. One of those hot air popper machines that just takes up space on your counter. You know the kind.
Yeah.
And I just dissected it in my bedroom while my family was out someplace and I was sick at home. I feigned sickness a lot to get out of these things and stay in with my toys, my video games. And cowabunga, I fixed the fucker. So I made about 4 bowls of popcorn and ate them all, thinking destroy the evidence. But you know how it is. The smell of popcorn gave me away the moment everyone got back.
That's pretty great.
It was. Although I can't stand popcorn anymore.
Oh.
Ah, well, look who's off the exercise bike.
I wasn't on the exercise bike. I was looking into our problem a little. Has Moira come online yet?
This is Chief Rhys. Come in. If you copy, I will bake you a cake. Just respond already.
Ah, is that how they do it at Moira?
They've still got plenty of time in this window.
I swear I will march over there myself
Long
and
walk.
personally throw a couple of tin cans and a string between us and Earth and just get it done. It is maddening.
Moira will get it taken care of, I'm certain.
Moira couldn't punch their way out of a paper sack.
I know about half the crew over there. Lieutenant DeVries officiated my wedding, and they're normally incredibly competent.
Better than you, Chief?
I didn't say that. I just don't get why they're not answering.
I trust Chief Spindler on matters like these. She knows what she's doing.
She sounded really stressed out.
Wouldn't you be in her situation?
It wasn't like her, is all. She sounded, unusually weird.
Weird?
Like she's not telling us something?
They don't want to leap to conclusions and get us all wound up for no reason.
They're doing a shoddy job of that.
Oh, all I can imagine is something bad is happening on Earth, and they're not filling us in on everything.
I'm starting to wonder if we should...
Our situation now is nominal. Nominal enough to keep to the plan.
Aye, aye, Captain. Commander. I've got Dr. Weathers set up with a file download, but if our satellite transfer keeps not connecting to Earth, we might have to do the full spectrum analysis ourselves.
Can the fanny pack handle all that?
It was designed to be able to. It's just a wrench I wasn't expecting to be in the works.
That's what I was thinking about, actually.
Oh, you thinking about beefing up the fanny pack too?
No, not that. The satellite transfer. I don't know if this is any help at all, but there's still this old Chinese satellite in orbit from when they had a station on this side.
Yeah, I thought about that too, but that thing's been out of commission for years.
Yeah, but shouldn't it still work?
I don't know. It might be more work than it's worth to set up a communication link. You'd have to go up there in the jump ship, configure it yourself, and there's no way we'd get permission.
Wait. What if we don't use it only to send the data? What if we use it to bypass our feed through Moira and talk with the Earth directly that way?
When radios are down with Earth?
Another connection window, even with Moira, would be worth the trouble in and of itself.
That's incredibly true. Waiting around for our satellite window to talk to them and have them act as middleman is a nightmare scenario. I know you can't stand it for one, Rhys.
It would be nice to have another option floating above our heads.
Think you could patch it, Commander?
As long as everything's not all in Chinese, I could do it.
I'd want to work this out for a couple of days at least before we try it.
That goes without saying.
I like this plan.
What plan?
The usual galactic takeover.
Oh, I'm in for that.
What's that you got there, Barthelme?
I was just gonna set up the mousetrap game in here.
You can't do that in the science center?
Bad news on that front, actually. The fanny pack stalled out again, and Weathers is starting to run out of the optimism to get it up again.
You're jerking me.
Same exact snafu as before.
That doesn't make any sense. It should work.
You keep saying that.
Let me come take a peek, but I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, let me see too while you're at it. Commander, you gonna trace that satellite?
Yeah, I'm on it. Not sure yet if I can even find it to create a course. It's been a while since anyone so much as sneezed in its direction.
At least you folks seem more upbeat.
Yeah, well, we live another day, and it's pretty swell.
What's the deal with the satellite? You didn't let Puppy off its leash, did you?
No, not our satellite. We're tracing the Chinese one.
Chinese one? Why?
Checking on a theory. Don't worry about it.
Oh, now I'm definitely worried about it.
We were just talking. If we can use it to communicate with the others, it'll be one more piece in our arsenal, which would be pretty nice to have right now.
So you're suggesting we steal a Chinese satellite?
We claim abandoned technology. This is an emergency. I don't think anyone would fault us for ingenuity.
Yeah, you'd have to take the jump ship up there. Manual configuration, right? Don't we need the jump ship?
This is a very basic procedure.
No, this is a stupid plan. I vote no.
It's not your decision to make, Doctor.
I know this station better than you, so listen to me when I tell you that it's not what we need right now.
I'm aware of that, but that doesn't affect our need for another satellite.
Communication with Earth is down.
That's not a reason.
Shit on a shingle, you're not listening to me. It'd be reckless to risk our single mode of transportation, make note, our single mode of transportation, to go play Captain Kirk somewhere.
We'll still have the surface rover.
Can the surface rover get us to the other side of the moon?
How should I know?
This is bullshit.
You're not sold on this plan.
Wow, you're observant. Is that how you made Commander?
Why do you have to be so negative all the time?
No, I'm not negative. I'm realistic. It's a pretty big part of being a scientist. We wear lab coats and we think realistically.
You just don't know the situation.
Oh, I think I might know the situation. I've seen how these things work. You and Pfeiffer. Shit. Think you can do whatever you want because you get the government watching your backs. Damn it! Where'd it go?
What do you mean? We've got the government watching our backs? Barthelme, look at me. What do you mean by that?
Nothing. Screw it. You fly wherever you want. Fly south for the winter.
You're acting ridiculous.
Am I? There's nothing unusual going on at Moira right now?
They've got a situation they've got to deal with. Of course things aren't going to be standard operations.
I don't know. That sounds like the definition of unusual to me. They're probably just forgetting that not all scientists have that generally rose-tinted outlook in which science can solve everything. Some of us have seen behind the curtain, and I expect you know what I'm talking about. We don't like what we see.
Main Airway Station, this is Moira.
Can you get that? I'll wait.
Can you go grab the chief?
No, I don't think I can.
You don't trust me on the radio with them now?
What if I don't? I'm just gonna leave the room so you can talk in private with who knows who? Yeah, right.
Dr. Weathers has this whole station under perpetual surveillance for your SETI project. What could I possibly say to them that you wouldn't be able to find out?
You're commander. You maybe have some way around that.
That's ridiculous.
Look, you're the one coming up with plans that could put the rest of us in danger.
Is that what you think?
You tell me.
You're such a child.
Airway Station, this is Moira. Chief Spindler speaking.
Coming in loud and clear, Moira. This is Commander Andreas. Stand by. I'll get Chief Rhys on the comms.
Roger that.
Hi, Spindler. It's Rhys. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
How's the situation over there?
Any contact with Earth yet?
Not yet, no.
You'll get them eventually.
Lieutenant Pfeiffer wants to know
No.
if there's anything we could be doing from here to help you folks.
Mallory.
Bettina?
We've gotten through to the ISS.
Oh, the ISS. What do they have to say?
Well, they're having the same issues we are. All communication has been down, and they're thinking something is wrong.
How wrong is wrong?
We know there was a solar flare-up recently.
Right. They were assuming that too, and best case scenario, that's it, and the ground just needs to get their machines back online with us.
I'm sensing a but coming.
But nobody else seems to have been affected.
Why only the systems on Earth and not you guys in the ISS too?
Exactly. So there could have been some kind of planet-side incident, something that's impeding Earth technology.
What, something like an asteroid? A bombing?
Jeez, what the fuck?
We don't have the visuals ourselves from here, but the ISS should be getting us more information soon.
Can you try to patch us through to the ISS?
It'd be a big pain in the ass, Mal.
I can walk you through it.
It's just not going to be worth it.
It's worth it to us. We're totally clueless over here.
Why hasn't the ISS already told you what they can see?
What's that?
Spindler, it's Dr. Barthelme. The ISS should have visuals, see the electric grid, see if there was a sign to some big, catastrophic event. They haven't told you anything like that.
No, they haven't.
Have you asked?
Barthelme, she's figuring it out.
It seems important. If I were in contact with someone who has eyes on Earth and not the myopia of someone squinting at it from the damn moon, that'd be the first thing I'd ask.
We'll ask the next time we talk. Understand, things are really crazy over here. The implication of something like this might be incredibly dire if communication doesn't come back up.
Like we could be stranded on the moon.
We could get home. Moira has the rockets. She's saying if and when we make it to the surface, we could find ourselves in the middle of an unknown crisis.
Look, everyone shut up. We're jumping to conclusions. What other information do we have?
That's true. We can't tell anything about the status on the planet, infrastructure and population-wise. We just know the status of their tech.
And that's not even much since we don't know the specifics.
I continue to not like all of this vagary.
Noted, Doctor.
Commander, would it still be worth it to hijack the Chinese satellite?
Right, the satellite.
Sorry, what were you saying about the satellite?
Just that. We're considering taking the jump ship to that old Chinese satellite that's in orbit, set up another communication point with you.
Fuck that. It sounds like we should just all convene at Moira right now.
Are you about done in here, Barthelme?
Almost. This bathtub isn't going to balance itself over the seesaw.
I don't think I caught that.
Forget it.
Whatever, Barthelme. Spindler, what are your thoughts on what we should be doing? Should we come over there?
We haven't entirely discussed it. No, you should probably keep carrying on where you're at until we have more to go on. Just for now.
Understood.
And, what do you think about our idea to use the second satellite? Is it moot at this point?
I could run it by the team. What are the downsides?
We could lose the jump ship.
Someone doesn't trust their pilot.
Moira has more jump ships if we need to send you a team.
Cool! Then you guys go up there yourselves and give the satellite a hand job.
Dick!
Sorry, language. I know,
I could make this flight with one arm tied behind my back.
I'm hoping you don't try to.
We're gonna keep looking into it, Spindler, unless you have any other ideas.
Couldn't hurt to look into it. Let us know what you come up with.
Right.
I'm being called away, so I'll check in later with you. Hopefully when we learn more.
Thanks, Spindler. Roger that.
Thank you, Spindler.
Over and out.
What the hell is wrong with you?
You're the ones making up risky plans without discussing it with everyone.
We were going
You
to
act like
discuss...
Dr. Weathers and I don't get to have a say just because we're here sciencing around, and you get to make all the decisions without us.
Okay, let's discuss it then. We weren't going to not discuss it.
I'm just saying, we don't have all the information to assume that... I don't trust... Forget it.
No, what is it?
I don't know how to arrange my thoughts in a way that makes the right sentences.
It's all right. We're listening.
No, forget it. I don't want to say something stupid just because I'm a rate. Damn it!
Great, good for you. But should we talk about the mission? Like, what's the point of our actual mission right now? Because the SETI plan seems to be out the window.
Good luck telling that to Dr. Weathers.
So what are we doing other than sitting around and waiting?
We can try the satellite idea on for size. That'll negate some of the sitting around.
How are you so calm about this?
I'm not. I'm just trying to come up with solutions. You heard Spindler. They're not sure communications with Earth are even possible. So maybe right now the mission is just to get home again at the end of it all, which is generally a given, but doesn't seem to be at the moment.
Getting people home is going to be paramount. If there's actually trouble planetside, then they're going to need all the scientists they can get.
We have no idea if everything's all right down there. We just have to push forward.
That's what I'm saying. That's the priority.
We don't know. What will going home even end up meaning? I'm calm. I am very not calm. But if I start thinking about what Spindler is insinuating, then I start picturing post-apocalyptic wastelands, flaming cities, zombie movies.
Zombie movies?
I don't know. My brain is crazed right now. My family is down there. All our families are down there. And I am kicking myself that I'm not with them. I can't pick up a baseball bat and fend off a bunch of rioters or just to hug my kid. Hugging my kid would be nice. It would be enough. It would be something.
Mallory, I didn't mean to...
It's okay, Dick. I probably watched too many movies. Like you said, we don't have the information right now, and we are just trying to stay calm.
Well, I might have something here. I've traced the Chinese satellite. I've got a tentative location for it.
That was fast.
So if you want to test to see if it's even worth a shot in radioing it, knock yourself out. Doesn't hurt to try.
Doesn't hurt to try.
Could be moot, and this whole discussion was for nothing.
Oh, be still, my tender heart.
But it'll be nice to know if it'll be capable of receiving our feed if and when the time comes.
You made your point.
Let me see. Here we go. Test. This is Chief Rhys at the Arrowway Lunar Station, testing the radio to the Chinese satellite. How you doing, satellite? Things here are a bit strange. I've got to talk for a couple more seconds, so, I don't know. Hey, diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. That should be enough. Have a good one, satellite. Bye-bye. All right, looks like it's receiving from what I can tell. If it can also transmit, we might be golden.
Right.
Okay, this should be all set up now.
Is it? I thought it would have more pieces somehow.
Trust me, this was plenty. Put that mouse there, Rhys. Here we go.
Tune in next week for Chapter 3 of Fine-Tuned Universe. Thank you for joining us for this virtual event. While the shadow of the ongoing COVID-19 crisis darkens our stage for the time being, Flat Earth Theater is over the moon to be able to bring a small piece of that stage to you, and we look forward to seeing you in person again soon. If you enjoyed this performance, please consider supporting local artists with a tax-deductible donation at flatearththeater.com/contribute, or click the button in Facebook Live. Flat Earth Theater is a federally recognized nonprofit 501c3 corporation. Fine-Tuned Universe was written by A. Lehrmitt for Flat Earth Theater and directed by Jake Scaltreto. The cast featured Juliet Bowler as Chief Mallory Rhys, Kristen Heider as Dr. Jane Weathers, Chris Chiampa as Lieutenant Gordon Pfeiffer, James Hayward as Dr. Richard Dick Barthelme, Melissa DeJesus as Commander Marina Andreas, and Liz Salazar as Chief Bettina Spindler. Sound effects were designed by James Rossi, with technical direction by Leigh Downes. For more information about Flat Earth Theater, visit flatearththeater.com, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We appreciate your attendance during this communication window. Now, if you need me, I'll be on the exercise bike.